When I was at university, I remember doing an essay on the division between sacred and secular music. It was fascinating stuff. The church used to be the centre for creative arts in Europe, but no longer is that the case. When reading the history books, my heart absolutely sank. So many of the best sacred composers were impoverished. They were not supported by the church. It was said in some texts they were so poor they couldn't even afford to feed their own families. So when the concert hall arose, the birth of secular music meant there was a mass exile of sacred composers going to try and find a way that they could support themselves. And once again, looking at the state of the music industry, musicians need patrons. Patrons are people who support creative works and the people who create the works. That's why I started Rocket Fuel in 2014. In an age where so many people expect to get new music for free, it's nearly impossible for new artists and writers to get the support they need to sustain a career. I think it's a massive shame that the traditional industry invests so much in legacy artists. I understand it, it's business, they're safe bets investing in big names who are already established. But what would it look like in the future? Will we just carry on listening to music from the 60s, 70s, 80s and 90s? I think God wants us to sing a new song. I think He wants the church to be a centre of creative excellence, not just somewhere we copy what's happened in the general market and regurgitate it in a cheap and cheerful kind of way. I think there are fresh expressions of worship and sounds and songs that need to be supported. So I'd like to invite you, if you're in a position where you could sponsor a song, where you could be a patron, please do get involved. Perhaps you know a writer, someone with talent and potential, and you want to invest in them. We'd love to partner with you, partner with them, or perhaps you'd like to listen to some of the songs we're getting submitted to Homegrown Worship and pick one to support them. If you're in a position to do that, I think it's a really good use of resource, and we'd love to share songs with people all around the world to point them to the author of creativity.